What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, Walter Tuomi, representing Neo Defective Gaming once again, aka Neo Defective. You can find me on twitch.tv/NeoDefective every Monday, Tuesday, I'll skip that, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the demon hours for your viewing pleasure. Demon hours usually about 1 a.m. Pacific time, right? I'm on that wild time. You guys, you catch me, you do, and that'd be great. You tune in, drop a line, say what's up, and I'll say what's up too. Also, if you didn't know, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, here, there, everywhere, at Neo Defective as well. So guys, there was a specific little bit of spicy, juicy gameplay footage that was released this week, and it was Elden Ring, and holy cannoli, am I excited about that. I'm sure a lot of people are excited about it. Everybody's doing reaction videos of it. I mean, I'm slowly becoming a Soulsborne lover. I mean, I love the challenge even when I'm not playing it and I'm playing another game. Sometimes I actually think about playing a Soulsborne title. I love that feeling, that reward of overcoming challenges within a game. It kind of feels like it's taking you back to an old school style of difficulty, like NES days, but in a newer era of video game development. And you got to appreciate it. I love it. I'm a big fan, and I can't wait to get my hands on some Elden Ring. But anyways, today is November 6th, 2021. Let's switch over to the news going on right now. So this is over at IGN. We actually have two articles from there, and this one written by Simon Carty. It is the Call of Duty Vanguard single player campaign review, and it's looking like it's not so bad. I'm actually a big fan of single player first person shooter campaigns. I'm actually a big fan of them. I know Battlefront kind of had a lot of promise and what initially what was expected of Battlefront 2 Star Wars, right? And it ultimately let us down. But then you also had some great Battlefield moments. Battlefield games have great single player campaigns for the most part, as long as they're playable, am I right? But Call of Duty has kind of been stagnant away from that, a little too gimmicky, a little too comic-y, superhero style. Not even humanly possible of things that you can accomplish in recent Call of Duty games, as far as a single player, if they were even like intended to even be playable. Like there's a certain polish when it comes to a Call of Duty game that you just have to respect, even though they release all the time. That there's what, 3 studios now making them, 2 to 3 studios, I forget, but they release more than a Madden game, right? They release more than a 2K game. You get those games annually, semi-annually, but you're getting a Call of Duty probably 3 times a year. But they're always polished, regardless if you don't like the formula that they do. Once you get your hands on it, you know it's probably the most arcadey, smooth gameplay that you're actually gonna get your hands on. So they go on to say, Call of Duty Vanguard's campaign starts off on the right track. Literally an explosive train sequence through a burning Hamburg, Germany thrills as you jump between carriages, fending off dozens of angry Nazis on your way to submarine base. It's a cinematic opening to a game that wears its film influences proudly, whether they be the tense behind the enemy lines aspects of D-Day and The Longest Day, or the vivid depictions of the Pacific and Terrence Malick's The Thin Red Line. I know you can play as classes, right? That's their number one thing that they're trying to introduce in this game. You're playing as classes, and all these classes have a specific ability, and all these abilities are supposed to change the gameplay ultimately in single player and multiplayer. But I don't think that the single player actually does focus on that so much, where from what I've seen, they're saying that they're very gimmicky in the single player, where in the online component, they do change up some of the momentum of the gameplay. And like they go on to say here, each of the 4 heroes possesses their own perks, such as Jackson being able to hide light enemies through smoke and foliage and slowing down time to execute them Red Dead style, but none feels quite as fun or fluid as Petrova's added movement capabilities. Petrova is the, I think, Russian sniper. It's kind of just made me wish I was playing as her the whole time rather than switching back to her less interesting comrades, especially when all the best missions are hers. I know she also has an ability with the knife where she can trigger an animation that'll cause a sniper to fire off a round so they give away their position. And I mean, it's gimmicky. It is what it is. And I'm sure it's like, press this button now to activate, and that's what you do. And that propels the storyline forward. On the whole, the list of missions is solid, if not spectacular, they say. On the whole. A couple of other highlights include an exciting dogfight during the Battle of Midway and a tense farmhouse encounter after you drop in solo the night before D-Day during Operation Tonga. And that sounds super badass. I'd actually be interested to just play that mission alone. I might get this just for the single player campaign. I actually tend to get these games and play the single player campaign. Sometimes I dip my toes into the online, and as I see myself getting played off and on like by hackers, but that's besides the point. I still do really enjoy the campaigns, even though you're killing thousands and thousands and thousands of people, hundreds of people in every mission. They're still fun. They're still great, mindless fun. I know that these games are supposed to develop some kind of heart nowadays, but really, at the end of the day, do you really get that? do you really get any of the heart from these games? No. I mean, you're playing in very nuanced situations in which you're a superhero soldier that's killing a bunch of Nazis. And I mean, killing Nazis just seems to be the formula for every Call of Duty game these days. Either new age Nazis, neo-Nazis, or actual OG Nazis. I probably said that too many, gonna get flagged. All in all though, there's just not the variety and mission design that we've come to expect from a Call of Duty campaign, especially when compared to the heights that both the Modern Warfare and Black Ops series have reached. Now I'm gonna say that Black Ops has actually turned for the worse. I actually did not like the campaign in the recent Black Ops. Holy, yeah, that just felt so over the top beyond any other Call of Duty single player campaign. And it seems like they really didn't care. Like they were just trying to get you past that to say that they had their single player campaign and they want you to dig into the meaty part, which they know, of course, is going to give them all the money, which is the online multiplayer, right? Also, everybody knows about the guns. The guns feel distinct from one another, ranging from the suitably rickety recoil of the MP40 to the satisfyingly powerful kick of the Kar 98. The sound design is also on point as bullets whiz past and explosions ring out for what feels like the full 5 hours. Further adding volume to these theaters is God of War composer Bear McCreary's fantastic music, which soundtracks some of Vanguard's most cinematic moments perfectly. Yeah, okay. So the verdict. Ultimately, what IGN is going to give this game, again, this is just IGN. This is just one reviewer site. Nobody allow this to change your opinion, and I'm sure it won't anyway. These games sell themselves. As soon as they see a Call of Duty, everybody plays it. I know they have some Warzone style gameplay in the online, and you know, we'll get to that whenever somebody else does another review of the online multiplayer, which I'm sure most people do that off the bat anyway, but this is not that time or place. So anyways, the verdict: with strong cast of characters used to varying effect throughout a telltale that puts just about enough of a spin on the stories it's paying homage to, Call of Duty Vanguard's single-player campaign is an impressively cinematic depiction of World War II. That said, aside from a few standout moments sprinkled over its fleeting 5 hours, for the most part it plays like a little too safe in regards to mission variety to feel like a standout in the series. It may look and sound spectacular, but it could have used more stylish sections like Petrova's to distinguish its gameplay from the many battles we've fought before. All right, 7 out of 10, right? We got a 70 out of 100. So Call of Duty Vanguard's highly polished campaign provides a healthy amount of fun. There you go, guys. Cat's out of the bag. New Call of Duty. Go pick it up because I know you are. I'll go watch the streams. Like I said before, we have 2 articles coming from IGN. This one written by Adam Bankhurst. I mean, I could have gotten this from anywhere. I looked it up and it was just popped up here. I was like, you know what, IGN, let's just get it on. All right, so Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker expansion delayed by 2 weeks. The launch trailer was also released. I'm actually not bummed out about this. I actually come to expect delays. I mean, even with DLC. And I love Final Fantasy XIV. I was recently allowed into a free company in which we did all kinds of Halloween events together. It was great. My friend Scooty, shout out to you, introducing me to that company. And man, they set up one of the best Halloween parties you could possibly imagine. I mean, you can go to my stream, watch the VOD. It's crazy how intricate and into detail they went. They set up all sorts of parties. I mean, all sorts of like little games, gimmicky things. Then they also handed out free stuff, like stuff that they purchased from the in-game store that they were giving out to the people that participated. It was great, guys. And it was just a community event. It wasn't even set up by the actual developers of the game. That's the kind of, that's what when I'm saying that Final Fantasy XIV is eating every other MMO's lunch. This is the reason, because you have people that actually care about each other. And there's no MMO that I've ever heard of that does that, like not at least to this extent. So the news actually comes out from Final Fantasy XIV's producer and director Naoki Yoshida, who wrote a letter to the fans explaining the decision and apologizing for the delay. There are several reasons for the postponement, but as I'm the one overseeing over all the aspects of the title as the head of the project, the responsibility falls solely on me, Yoshida wrote. Allow me to convey my sincerest apologies to our players, our warriors of light around the world who have been looking so forward to the release of Endwalker. I am truly sorry. So the delay goes on to pretty much push the game back, or the expansion back, to December 7th, while the expansion's early access period will begin on December 3rd. There'll also be 2 scheduled patches, patch 6.01 and 0.05, that will be released on December 21, 2021 and January 4th, 2022, respectively. Yoshida actually goes on to say, the biggest factor behind the release date change was my own selfishness as the game's director, and it all stemmed, according to him, from trying to balance the roles of producer and director. However, as we neared the end of development, I played through everything from quest to battle content and the like. I just couldn't contain my desire to further improve Endwalker's quality, specifically because this expansion pack marks the first major culmination of events in Final Fantasy XIV so far. Even as we look beyond Endwalker, the Final Fantasy XIV story will continue for a long time, and we hope to deliver many more enjoyable experiences in the game. However, it was precisely because Endwalker concludes the first major saga that I felt our team needed to push ourselves to the limits that I envisioned. We know that these people care deeply about this MMO, and it shows. Every little thing about this game shows. You guys, if you're into MMOs, this is the one to play. This is the one that I think takes over even Amazon's own recent MMO. I see people playing that game and it looks fun. I'm not saying you won't get anything from that, but if you want an overall polished, crazy good experience, I don't know how you can go wrong here. The story's great from everything that I've played. I'm not even nearly done with it. I'm done with the main story, of course, the base story. I've upgraded my character to, my one character so far, the White Mage. Shout out to them. Heals, anybody? I got you. As a result, we remain firmly resolved to adjust down to the smallest nuances and ensure our writing covers even the finest points of the vast and intricate story that has spanned past 11 years since the original Final Fantasy XIV, to ensure that everyone can fully enjoy their adventure in Endwalker. All right, well, I'm okay with this. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Comment it down below. If you're feeling a little salty, if you're feeling a little saucy, like you just got a vent, I'm telling you guys, I'm the place. I'm the shoulder to cry on. I can do that for you. But let's move on. So Elden Ring, of course, the biggest news this week, as far as I'm concerned, they released gameplay footage of Elden Ring. And there's horse combat. Apparently your horse can double jump. It looks very, very different. So far, it looks superb. There's moments that I feel are very Witcher-like in how they go about it, but also tried and true Soulsborne style of gameplay. And they really buffed the magic, guys. The magic in this game is buffed. Like, they injected direct Tyranoball into the source code itself. It's nuts to actually see the magic in action. They're the spells that you would imagine from an actual high fantasy game, such as this. And wow, I mean, I can't wait to get the story here. I have a feeling that this game's story is going to be so well fleshed out compared to the former Souls style games directly from Miyazaki, because of George R.R. Martin's involvement. I'm really excited to see where they're going to go from here. And I mean, they show some instances of story that look like something that he would have written, not the other way around. And I mean, look at these graphics, guys. Look at these graphics. I don't know how this horse mount thing does this double jump and jumps up all in the air like that. I don't even care. I just want to do it. I just want to be in this world already. I know there's gonna be a lot of people streaming it. I don't think I got the code to be able to do it, to stream it for you guys. But make sure you go out there and watch and try to find people who did when the early access is available. I'm sure it's gonna be actually this month, if not this coming week. So yeah, there you go. The horse has a double jump. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it is what it is. Look at it. It's a Markhor or some kind of goat. I don't know. But he disappeared. The goat's gone. The goat's gone. The inventory system also looked like it got enhanced to be a little bit more RPG friendly, a little bit more accessible. I'm sure that there's not going to be a lot of pause action in this game, kind of like all the others. And it doesn't graphically look much different from maybe Dark Souls 3. But I think it does look, I mean, it is improved To be honest, to be fair, it is improved. They have the overall world, and from what you're getting here, the better movements, the fluidity, that right there was sick as hell. Don't know how he did that. Can't wait. But I can't wait to play this. I mean, Dark Souls in an open world, guys. It's like what it was always meant to be. Why couldn't it have been this way before? Because they didn't have the technology. All those games I appreciate as they are, but look at this, all right? Look at this. This is another spell, and I don't know what these apes are doing, but they attack for you guys. They're your little familiars, your little ape buddies, and they get down. That's all I know. If you guys are excited about the gameplay footage being released, again, go ahead and comment. Tell me about what you like the most, or what you're most excited for to see or to hopefully experience in Elden Ring, and if you guys are even going to get it. I know that I am. I'm going to be streaming it. Right now I'm streaming Code Vein, but oh man, when this comes out, if it comes out and I'm still playing Code Vein, I ain't done with it. I doubt it, but if that's the case, we're switching games. We're switching games, guys. I really want to get down with this. I don't, oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. Look at this vista that he's looking over, like all the yellows and the leaves, like the actual tiles that are on this bridge, the intricacy and the detail. Look, some more Cthulhu monsters. Man, I've been watching too much Cthulhu stuff, going down the whole Bloodborne lore videos. And what I say about that is because I was having some nightmares. I was having nightmares about things going on that it's too long to explain here. You just have to catch it on the stream, guys. Anyways, that's it. If you guys like what you saw, make sure you hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe, because once we reach 1,000 subs, we are doing a giveaway for a Corsair HS70 Bluetooth headset, which is compatible with every console. I mean, that includes your Switch and PC. Thank you guys for being a part of this community, all 500 odd something of you. You guys have been great. You're treating me like royalty, and I really want to return the favor. And that's why I want to do this giveaway. And once we reach this milestone of 1,000 subs, I'll be doing another giveaway, which is hopefully a console, which will be a Nintendo Switch OLED. All right. And if we reach that milestone after that, we'll be trying to do as many giveaways as we can possibly do here. As long as shit keeps growing, you can expect good things to happen, guys. I thank you. Have a good day. As always, if you've been here before, you know what it is. Stay dirty, humans.